G'day cocktail lovers, I thought it was time to make a Halloween cocktail. For me, Halloween cocktails, they're Halloween if it comes into a couple of things, if it's got a spooky name, or if it somehow is like red, like blood, or black and dark and mysterious. This one I'm going to make has two of those elements in it. It is a variation on an old-fashioned that is gin-based. If you've never tried a gin old-fashioned, I thoroughly recommend you do. Just get a really good gin with a nice flavour and try that as the base spirit in an old-fashioned. But I am going to make this very Halloweeny, blood red. I will actually be using this Bloody Shiraz Gin from the Four Pillars distillery that involves Shiraz grapes in the whole distillation process. To give it some flavours a bit more like a traditional old-fashioned, I'm also going to use this whiskey barrel-aged gin from the Threefold distillery. This is aged for about 8 months in an Australian whiskey barrel. Well, ex-whiskey. There was no whiskey in it when they did it. Who knows, maybe there was a bit in there. It's got a little bit of colour, but not a lot. It's not going to take away from the red, but it's going to add some interesting taste, I think. To keep things going red, I've got sugar syrup. You don't have to have a red sugar syrup. This is a fruit-based sugar syrup, which is why it's red. Just so long as you don't have like a dark sugar syrup that might affect it. On the bitters side, I'm going to do a dash of orange bitters and a dash of Peychaud bitters. We should get a good bloody red old-fashioned out of this. Here's how we're making it. In a mixing glass, I'm putting 1 ounce or 30 mils of the Bloody Shiraz Gin, then 1 ounce or 30 mils of the barrel-aged gin. Then I'm just doing around 1/4 ounce, 7.5 mils of sugar syrup and 1 dash of orange bitters and 1 dash of Peychaud bitters. Add ice to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. Then I'm straining it into a rocks glass over my crystal clear skull ice because it's Halloween. And I think a maraschino cherry dripping juices is an appropriate garnish to go with this. I did get a good tip from Uncle Pete from Uncle Pete's Cocktail Shop of how to keep a moulded ice like that in place in the glass. Rinse your glass out with water, sit the ice in there, and then put that back in the freezer for a while, and it'll freeze the ice in place. Mind you, having it sit for a while under studio lights melts it free again. I'm quite happy with the look of this one. The skull, and you can still see it in the red drink. Taste-wise, that's good. This was actually a little experiment of mine. I've never done that split with the Bloody Shiraz and the aged gin. I was about to say aged whiskey barrel aged gin. Never had them before. I thought they'd go really well together. They do. Fun, simple Halloween drink, getting in the spirit, being blood red. Of course, this is a very specific gin, but I do notice a lot of gin producers around the world producing gins where there are grapes in the process, so you do get a red gin. There's also cherry gins and various other ones, the different fruity slow gins. Hell, use red food colouring if you want. It's all just for fun. So I hope you're enjoying yourself and taking care wherever you are. And have a spooky Halloween. I'm going to enjoy this because it's quite tasty. Hope to see you again soon, but I will say bye for now. Cheers.